how to describe the indescribable. You've heard those complaints where if somebody is to describe geometries unknown to human mind or senses ever before, that, you're not saying anything to your players in your tabletop role-playing campaign. They are not able to imagine it. They just listen to you go on and on about something that is indescribable, untouchable, unfeelable, etc. And whilst this is a problem for the players, I am not one to dislike such descriptions occasionally sprinkled here and there, as the geometries unknown before to human mind do carry a certain ring to it, if you agree with me. But I have a different proposition here. I'm about to teach you how to describe the indescribable, so that your players can feel it, and sense it, and see it, and even taste it and smell it. So, how do we do this? Well, we're going to relink the perceptions through unusual order or an unusual format for what is known, what is usually perceived by humans everywhere, what we get to see usually. Well, now we'll use pieces of that to describe the unusual, the strange, the unique, some would say even the impossible. So how would that work in practice? I'll say your players come up to an area where you want to start doing this. They're approaching the artifact, and you tell them that there is a sound permeating the mind in the area. You thought you heard it at first, but then you realize that you don't hear it as such. It's everywhere, all at the same time. And that sound is peculiar in the mostest ways. It smells to you of yellow. Yet not ordinary yellow, as strange as it is to be smelling yellow, if you've not gotten used to it, but this is some sort of crystalline, delicate yellow coloring that you feel would break and crumple inwards, as if too delicate if you were to touch it. Yes, that's the kind of sound that you can sense permeating your mind as you approach. So that's the demonstration, and as long as you do that, and don't make it too long, well, ideally you want to make it short and to the point with mechanics of what you're describing, what you're doing with the campaign, what you're presenting here, being planned for and included primarily to be well understood later when the players get to them and understand them, so that they can go, aha, that's what happened here. That's why we were hearing yellow sounds inside our mind that were made out of crystal. That's the idea. And then just shuffle the senses around and use descriptive moods to plug in the kind of atmosphere that you want for the thing, the sense, the perception of whatever it is that is supposed to be undescribable yet describable to your approaching players. Shall we go for another demonstration just to seal the deal? You can feel the vibration. It comes in pulses. And whilst that in itself would be a bit concerning and weird in itself, the thing is that just the shiver of it that spreads through the ground and into your body, through your feet, just gives you the notion as if you were speaking to somebody. Well, more like if somebody or something or nobody, just the room, were speaking to you. As in an echo, a sound of, well, it's like one of those statues in the desert that can sing. It's not that it's speaking to you in particular. It's just that you're not supposed to feel this way from just tremors in the ground, yet you understand. You understand not words exactly, but thoughts. Thoughts that cascade downwards from the center. of the area, and they travel all around. You understand that probably any being with perception high enough and mental faculties to understand this would feel rather maybe the same results, if not exactly the same tactile sensations. Oh, that was a bit long one. I overdid it a bit, but that's another demonstration, and we can keep using it. I've made earlier a table that is a generator that you roll, and you get smells and sounds and sights of magic and stuff. And I made it so that people have easier time to bring some mystique to spellcasting in regular tabletop, so that it feels a bit more otherworldly every time it happens. It's in the description of the video. It's actually in the description of every video. There's a link, and you follow it and you find the treasure, and then you get that and many other tables. They're all free and you can use them. And oh, that's just a small utility that I've made as sort of a gift. And then you can roll that and see many such demonstrations, so that you can always have a unique one. There's something like hundreds of thousands of combinations, and then just you can practice. But the most important thing actually is to imagine in your own mind the kind of unique, profound, weird experience you want to convey, and then find the tools, the methods, the chisels that will carve this into perception of another, and then just let it out as it is. So, friends and adventurers, if this was unique, maybe you can spare me a click, and I could see you here next, and perhaps even every week, because every week I have more such, indeed, unique things for you. I make them myself. I'm Em, and welcome to the dMTable. See you next time.